Hello everyone, it is Josh here, and I'm jumping on to tell you something that is so powerful and exciting for me. A new medicine I've been working with, Surukuina, aka the sacred potato, which, despite its slightly funny name, is a really wonderful and powerful medicine of the Kuntanawa tribe of the Brazilian Amazon. It's been a closely guarded secret of theirs for quite some time, but now they've let it out and are letting sharing this beautiful medicine with the world. So thank you so much to them. They use it to heal viruses and parasites and bacteria and just strengthen the body, and lots of physical cleansing properties. Spiritually, though, it is mad. It is not a psychoactive plant, so it's not going to give you any sort of effects in that sense, much like mushrooms or cannabis or whatever. But it is a deep cleanser, like a real deep cleanser. Like, I'm on day 6 at the moment of my 10-day sacred potato cleanse. And I've just been taken on this journey where all of the things that are kind of bothering me or getting in my way or stopping me from embodying divinity, reaching my potential, moving forward in my life are just like coming up and floating away. It really works in the background to like cleanse you, but just from like the bottom up, which I quite like as someone who's very much like in touch with the feminine and on that path. Um, I really enjoy working like through the body into the spirit rather than like I'm gonna meditate for 1,000 hours and like breathe at 4 a.m. and get up well early and blah blah blah, all of that stuff. For me, it's like very flow and embodied, and that's how I practice spirituality primarily. Um, and perhaps it's innate of this medicine, or perhaps it's working with me. It could be one of the other. Um, but it's really just in, like I said, in the background and through my body, like allowing me to just naturally alchemize like all of these heavy blocks. And it's difficult, like all this magic happening just while I'm at work and while I'm doing my thing, and it obviously goes on throughout the day. I do feel it cleansing my body in general. I'm quite a clean, physically healthy person, so I wouldn't say I'm like, oh my god, I'm so buzzing with energy and I'm suddenly feeling more alive. Noticed a slight increase, or slight reduction in my. I suffer with candida overgrowth. That feels like it's got a little bit better. It could be as a result of the sacred potato. But one thing I'm coming into recently with like healing and medicine and the body and things like this is that there's no such thing as symptoms, they're only healing responses, as your body is always trying to bring you into equilibrium. So, with that being said, like anything that's wrong with you is your body just trying to compensate for something or tell you something. So, it's not so much, well, it could be some antifungal properties of the actual plant, but I feel like it's because it's allowing me to alchemize and move through the things that my body needs in order to heal, whatever's going on in my gut. That's more what's happening. I feel like candida overgrowth can be triggered by food. I feel like it's triggered more by stress and emotions more than food these days. So I'm starting to learn a lot more about the body through having it. And with that being said as well, like, this plant really called me. I've been seeing it online at schnuff.co.uk. It's where I get my hape and a lot of my medicine supplies. They're really great. I'm not actually affiliated with them in any way. They're just really good products, really good customer service. So definitely recommend those guys. And yeah, I saw this, the sacred potato, the Surukuina, calling me for a while. So I bought some and just waited for the right time. And I actually had a dream where the leader of the Kuntanawa tribe was singing me Icaros and giving me healing by the river in the Amazon. So I woke up the next day like, it's time. The spiritual protection of this plant is like second to none. It's so insane, and I feel like that's being reached by the harmonization of my inner parts. And it's almost like by by coming from the inside out, and the bottom up, it's kind of just cleansing me of all these things that are holding me back or getting in my way or making me not feel my truth. And as a result, almost like lifting me up. And from this kind of just integration, alchemy, integration, really harmonizing my inner man and my inner woman, and just allowing this like strength for me to flourish, like to grow. If you think of like tending the soil, putting the nutrients in the soil, doing all the like cool kind of permaculture gardeny bits that you do to a garden to allow like stuff to grow and allow the magic to flourish. It's kind of doing that for me. It just really feels like it's sorting me out. Like I don't know whether it's, again, your mileage may vary. Everyone's different. I am particularly very sensitive to plant medicine. Um, so it could be that the spirit of this plant is particularly powerful, which it is. And it could be an affinity between us both, personally, for me as well. Obviously, just try it out, see what you feel. But the spirit of this plant is very powerful. Like, I connect with all different kind of plants, psychoactive, non-psychoactive, tobacco, lavender, whatever. Um, so you don't have to, a plant doesn't have to be psychoactive for you to talk to it. Some plants talk to me more. I say talk to me, they talk to me. Some plants talk to me more than others, and some plants you can kind of feel and connect with easier. And the more you connect with a plant, and the longer you connect with it, the greater the connection, the greater the clarity. Um, and Surukuina straight away is just really strong, really potent, and really powerful. Really loving, like, just like it feels like strength and power. Just a really wonderful ally to work with on this path of healing, medicine, shamanism, spirituality, self development, whatever. I imagine working with this plant would just suit you and your needs in your own way. So it's recommended to do a 10-day cleanse and then have 10 days off and then repeat as and when. Um, so yeah, I'm on day 6 at the moment, and I'm loving it. I'm getting so much like positivity, and I'm very connected to my spirit, and I know that a lot of stuff happens in the background, in the spirit realm, in the subconscious, and I'm aware of that, but not always exactly what that is or looks like. Some stuff has been dropping into more of the conscious mind, and it's just been so amazing, like so much transformation and positive healing, and this has come at a time, this is very aligned for me, and it's in a time where I'm sort of on the up and feeling good anyway, and it just feels like it's part of that journey. When it comes to healing, like I've mentioned, like if you come from the mind and think like, oh, that sounds really good, I'm going to get some, like, you might be going against what your truth, the embodied truth of your body actually is and actually wants. But this, my body called for this plant. I don't think you should use any medicine unless your body is actually asking for it, and just double check, is that my truth, and things like that. That's been really working for me recently. And yeah, it's just been going so well. We're getting on just fine, me and the sacred potato. And I'm loving it. Yeah, I really can't recommend this plant enough. Looking forward to jumping on maybe next week and just letting everyone know what the rest of the sacred tati journey's like. But yeah, it's really taken me to where I need to be. It's really allowing the harmonization of these inner parts to create this really powerful spiritual protection, and sort of taking me to a new height by cleansing my physical body and allowing source or god, goddess, and divinity to like settle into my body and just like lifting me up and making me really, yeah, positive and elated and connected. And I'm just really looking forward to the rest of the magical journey with this sacred tati. So hit me up if you have any questions. Schnuff.co.uk are great. That's where I get it from. And looking forward to bringing you along on the next stage of the Sacred Tati Journey Part 2. Thank you to the Kuntanawa tribe for releasing this beautiful medicine in the Amazon rainforest. And I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Peace and love.